Hello and welcome back to Von Milhausen Plays You Have to Win the Game. In the last episode, we actually lost the game. So in this episode, I'm not really 100% sure what I'm going to do. As you can see down the bottom right corner, I've only found or explored 97% of the game area, so I must have missed something somewhere. So what I'm probably going to do is just randomly go around and explore, and I will bring you back when I find more. Oh, there was something hidden over there. It was a money thing, and now I'm gone up to 98%. I'm still in the process of getting my power-ups back. I'm going after the spring heel boots at the moment, so I will bring it back when I have all the power-ups, or if I find anything else. Okay, well, that's all of the power-ups now at this stage. So, haven't found any other money bags yet, so I'm assuming they're going to be like the same color as the ground or otherwise hidden in somewhere totally horrible. So I'm going to keep looking and I will bring you back. Oh, holy God. Look at that, right there at the very start, up in that tree branch. That's a money bag. That is so evil. I just got an achievement, Treasure Hunter, which I'm assuming means I have gotten all of the treasure bags. Now it still says 99%. I'm going to assume that 1% is winning the game. Oh, I wonder if I could have made that. So I am going to head for the exit again. I haven't found anything else so far. So I'm going to explore the last few screens and then we'll be at the end of the game again. So I'll bring you back. Well, this is it. We're back at the end of the game again. Well, we've already done lose, and there was a money bag in there, so we're back here. So the secret word that we found is VXSHU, and the secret symbol is the number 3, I guess, with some rotatey arrows. Now, there's no numbers here, so the number 3 must be significant. And I already tried flipping the thing upside down, because if you rotate the VXSHU kind of counterclockwise 3 times, it'll end up upside down. So I already tried NHSXA, which is what it would kind of look like upside down, but that didn't work. Let's see, V. If you go back from V by 3, you have, language has failed me, S. If you go back from X by 3, you have U. If you go back from S by 3, you have P, S-U-P. If you go back from H, you have E, S-U-P-E. And if you go back from U, you have OR, super. That seems to be a bit of a coincidence. Could it be that? The rotatey arrows kind of don't make any sense, but let's give it a go. S. Ah, crap. Let's go in the reset door. There we go. That's U. P. Come on. E. And come on, make the jump. Super. Okay, and if we head forward, We still have our little mystery skeleton guy. Win! Open Sesame. Now it still only says 99%. There was lose here before. Hey, 100%! Achievement unlocked, Cartographer. I guess this must be the last room, and given that you get percentages for the rooms, that's the 1%, and Cartographer, I guess, is an achievement for completing the map or something. Win! Hooray! Congratulations, you won the game! Playtime, 3 hours, 8 minutes, 27 seconds. Deaths, 1062. Completion, 100%. A winner is you! Now I have the graphics turned off for the actual kind of computer workstation that this thing's on. I'm assuming that's what it would have zoomed out to. Okay, and if I press a fire key or something. There you go. Oh well, it just brought me back to the start of the game. Well, there you go, 100% completion. I don't know that there's really anything else here that I need to show you. I think I'd covered all the video stuff before. Hang on, where's that? That's in game, isn't it? Show monitor border on, and we can go back to the CGA graphics and put the glare intensity back up. What is the default? 75% or 80% or something? Back and resume. There you go. This is the default appearance for the game. Yeah, so I'm going to assume that's completed. I know you can... I think there's still a whole bunch of Steam achievements that I don't have for like completing the game, as in the cat mode and stuff. Like if we go to quit the title, yeah, campaign original plus playable cat DLC. Like we could do original or extra spicy, which is more difficult remix version of the campaign, and then when you actually start you can choose normal, which is what I was playing on, YOLO, which gets rid of the checkpoints, so you have to complete the game in an entire sitting, and permadeath. If you die once, that's it, back to the main menu. I'm not doing that. The cat DLC is you have 9 lives. Given that I died 1062 times in that previous playthrough, yeah, I'm also not going to do that. On the whole though, I enjoyed that. It was basic, like there wasn't a huge amount of mechanics. They added the different platforms that you had to find the power-ups to enable, the red and the blue ones. There was the double jump and the wall climb. But to be honest, for a game like this, that's more than enough. Like, you don't really need to throw a bajillion mechanics in there. I nearly could have done without the bullet hell stuff. That's more down to personal preference than anything else. I'm not really a huge fan of bullet hell stuff, and the random sequences of here's a thing that's just spraying a million bullets into the room. It was just kind of, it felt a little out of place, and personally I didn't find it entertaining. But on the whole, I enjoyed it. The maze was mazy, but not so mazy that it was frustrating to navigate. It wasn't too ginormous, so I could actually kind of get to grips with roughly where everything was, if I needed to backtrack or go back to something in particular. The difficulty was pretty decent for my skill level anyway. There were those 2 horrible jumps that I had to do many times. There was the leap of faith jump to get into the secret cat room area. Like once I landed on the ground of the room, rough landing, it was fine from then on, but just surviving that jump was painful. And the other one that was painful was that why you so jelly vertical corridor. That was just awful. Now possibly it wouldn't have been so bad if I'd realized earlier that I could jump across the far wall and then back to the near wall kind of thing. That made things a little bit easier once I worked that out. But those were definitely the 2 most frustrating jumps after completing the game. But aside from those 2, the jumps were fine. As I say, the level layout was grand. It wasn't too confusing. Personally, I like the retro aesthetic. So I was a fan of the visual style. I grew up kind of with games like these. There was one on the Commodore 64 that I had way back in the day called Metabolus. That was just an absolute pain in the hoop. And it was very much this kind of game. So I'm familiar with this kind of game. I don't mind them at all. So yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on the game. If you like this style of kind of old school maze exploration kind of game, I'd say give it a shot. It was good fun. It seemed to be well put together. It seemed to be fairly bug free. So yeah, that's my general thoughts on the game. But now, of course, we have to rate the game. So on to So, did I enjoy You Have to Win the Game more than or less than Darkfall the Journal? Boy, that's a toughie. They're both very, very different kinds of games. I'd say Darkfall the Journal was more interesting, but You Have to Win the Game was more polished. These two are going to be very, very close, I reckon. Maybe? So I'm going to say I enjoyed You Have to Win the Game more than Darkfall, but only slightly more. Did I enjoy it more than or less than Dangerous Dave Goes Nuts? I'd have to say less than, because Dangerous Dave Goes Nuts it just had a little bit more kind of going on in it. It was more of a game, I suppose. Like, You Have to Win the Game was more of a challenge, but Dangerous Dave Goes Nuts, yeah, I enjoyed that a little bit more, so I'm going to say less than. Did you enjoy You Have to Win the Game more than or less than Grand Theft Auto? I would say less than Grand Theft Auto. And that is the end of ranking. And our final ranking is... Yeah, there you go. You Have to Win the Game, just coming out ahead of Darkfall the Journal. So that makes sense. They're very... I enjoy them nearly as much, but just in very different kinds of ways. So my system works. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time on Von Milhausen Plays, where we choose a new game. So, if you stayed watching after the ranking, I have something a little special for you. What you're looking at right here is my honest-to-goodness Commodore 64. Yes, I'm a geek. I have a Commodore 64, and I have some hardware that allows me to route it into my Mac for screen recording and stuff. So if we go into the 2012 folder here, you'll see I have a file called You Have to Win the Game. Let's run that, shall we? Yep, that's right. Some guy in 2012 called Kabuto backported the entire game to an actual Commodore 64. So instead of having a retro game system on a modern machine, pretending to be a 1980s computer playing You Have to Win the Game, you can have an actual 1980s retro computer playing You Have to Win the Game. And the entire thing is here. If I had wanted to, I could have played it from a Commodore 64 from the start, but for convenience reasons, I chose not to. But I just thought you might find that interesting, so I'm going to leave this play for a few minutes, just for amusement's sake.